All right, good evening, Who That Nation. Welcome to the WDN Chatline podcast. This is the host CB, and I'm here with my co-host WD in the MOD Saints Uptown. Fellas, was good. Game week versus the Bucs. How y'all feeling?
Feeling good. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Oh yeah, it's that time of the year. I feel like this is one of my favorite times of the year, by the way. But let's talk about it.
Man, it's good to see y'all fellas doing good, and Who That Nation. I hope you guys are doing having a wonderful week. Having a wonderful Wednesday. Tonight's show is going to consist of breaking down the upcoming matchup versus the Tampa Bay Yucks. And we supposed to have a Yucks fan come on. If you guys watch the roundtable, the Buccaneer fan that was representing on this pod, he should be on around 6:30. If not, then he probably won't be on. But looking forward to that, just to get a little flames throwing, to spice it up. But that's how the show gonna consist. We're gonna break down the offensive side, defensive side, and then depending on if he come on or not, we decide if we want to open the phone lines up. So that's how the show is gonna consist tonight. So let's just go ahead and get into the chat. Shout the chat out. Shout out to Brian Pearson, Miss Tar. Get into the chat. Shout the chat out. Shout out to everybody that's on their way to the chat.
Shout out everybody.
Okay, so let's just go ahead and get started. Tampa Bay Bucs, they 1-0. Beat the Dallas Cowboys 19-3. Let's see. The offense wasn't. They wasn't, from a Saints perspective, they wasn't too impressive. Ain't nothing we should be fearful of. But we can go ahead and start on that side. Let's start on our defense against their offense. So y'all know we're going up against Tom Brady. He back for another season. He looked pretty sharp in that Cowboys game. So what y'all think is the key to stopping Tom Brady in this offense? Let's start up front on the line.
Uptown, you can go.
First of all, right, the defensive line gonna have to play a lot better than what they did last week.
Absolutely.
I understand that that the Yucks pose a different set of challenges, but still in all, we need better effort, man, from the gate, from this defensive line. What I'm expecting them to do is what they, historically has done, to frustrate Tom Brady. Put pressure on him from the inside and get in his face. And be very physical with their offensive line. Which is something that we've been doing, the past few years, that we've been beating them. We're gonna have to get off to a better start than what we got off last week. I know, like again, I said, I know that the Yucks pose, a different set of, a different set of problems and stuff than what, the Falcons did. But nonetheless, I just didn't see a whole lot of energy out the defensive line. In fact, I didn't see a whole lot of energy out the defense through much of the game. And we can't, like DA said, we can't be, getting into games like we got into last week and expect to win. So I expect a better effort up front. I sincerely do.
Yeah. First of all, the run defense. Look, I'm not going to panic yet, but I tell you what, they got to get their act together. That plays a huge part in what you're saying, Uptown. No penetration last week. Not even getting to the quarterback, and like you said, they pose a different threat than the Bucs do. But yeah, man, we definitely got to see a more active front. I know we can sit up here and look at the injury report, but let's keep it real. We've seen what Davenport, Carl Granderson, we've seen what those guys can do to somebody like Donovan Smith. and just that old offensive line in general, man. I mean, we've always had our we always basically we won that battle for the most part out of what past 7 to 8 out of 8 games, man. So I expect to see that. I mean, you will hope so because I mean, I just feel like we got the upper hand at that, and along with that, the secondary, we got the DBs. As much as we got different DBs than last season, we got Matthew, of course, Marcus May. We just got the guys that can disrupt routes, and along with a good pass rush, that's the reason why we got Tom Brady, number for the most part. So yeah, I expect a definitely better showing from the defense starting from the first quarter.
Well, you know something, right? Like I think maybe how the game transpired last week, that we're going to see more of a concerted effort from the get-go. And plus, they have to also understand that we're playing against Tom Brady, so you have to be on your P's and Q's. I hope they don't attack this game as if, hey, the Yucks they beat up, broke up, whatever. You understand? They need to attack this game like they at the top of their game.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Like the Yucks are a perennial favorite to go to the Super Bowl, just like they are. So they need to attack this game with a whole lot of fervor, from snap one. We can't, go about like how we did last week. We just can't do that. We do that this week, we getting beat.
Yeah. And look, let's assume that all the receivers are playing. Not to say that they will play, but let's just assume and see. They're gonna definitely test out. I feel like Tom Brady, he's gonna definitely be trying to take a deep shot early, just because with the, just the change of the safeties, just looking at the aspect. Tom Brady is just he's been a good quarterback for so long, so I just know he's gonna try to take advantage and see what's going on with our new safeties and stuff. But yeah, it just starts up front, like you said, Uptown.
Right.
Yeah, if we go to take those deep shots, man, we got to get at it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because he needs time for that to develop. So we got to use that time, man, to get at it. What you say, CB?
Now I'm gonna say, yeah, I mean, the showing what Marcus Mariota, he was moving around a little bit. He was more mobile, but with Tom Brady gonna get the ball out. So we gotta get to him as quick as possible. I mean, they offensive line is kind of food right now. Cause they center is out, right? The Jensen guy, he's out. Donovan Smith, he's not practicing. I'm not sure if Tristan Wirth practiced today. So I mean, they kind of nagging, they kind of hurting up front. And Davenport, if Donovan Smith don't play, Davenport should have a hell of a game Sunday.
Oh well, I expect him to have a hell of a game either way, even if he does play.
I do too, man. But again, I say right, I don't want to harp too much on their injuries.
You're right, exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? We have to look at the fact, man, and I hope that the team is looking at the fact, these dudes they still playing for Tampa. They're still pro players, man, and attack this game, man, like, with the seriousness that it should be attacked with. You understand? Don't just, take it for granted because they got replacement linemen, playing that, that it's gonna be an easy day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Be ready and willing to put that work in.
Right. And look, And I know we've been doing a good job stopping Fournette in the run game, but even in the passing game, I feel like that plays a huge part because look, as much as Tom Brady he gets that ball out, I think that's been the problem versus us. The fact that he gets that ball out and we pressure him just slightly pressure him, not even every play, got him seeing ghosts, scared and timid. I just feel like sometimes when he try to get that ball out quick, that's why we force so many takeaways off him, man. Because we just like I said, the DBs they always disrupting the routes, and it's just a complete effort by the defense as a unit.
Another thing too, Doug, we be banging his ass.
Yeah, exactly.
And like when Tom Brady is going to react like any other quarterback if you bang his ass. You understand? He's human. He's not superhuman. He ain't that superhuman.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Bang his ass up, man, and he gonna do like every other quarterback.
Yeah.
He
And I'm just
the ball when he ain't supposed to, make those kind of mistakes and all that.
right. And I'm just that's why I'm just calling out like as far as Fournette go, we know Pete Warner and DeMario got that, but he's going to be trying to do those check downs and stuff, especially if you're considering a lot of these receivers, being hurt or just not playing altogether. So,
Bruh, I don't know if Dub, you probably did. I know you probably did, but I'll tell you one thing, right? Yeah, you can try and do all of the check down stuff if you want. But I'm gonna be 100, bro. Pete looked like he ain't playing that this season.
Oh yeah. Hey, look, I gave him his props, Uptown. I gave him his props, man. Hey, that man.
That man, bro. In coverage and all kind of other shit, bro. And I don't think Pete playing that.
Yeah. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Like I know y'all gave him high praise and stuff, and I was kind of skeptical. But that man, he looked like, it looked like he took it to the next level, man.
But we needed that. We needed that from him, man.
Big time.
Yeah. So hopefully, if he stay healthy, and who would he have this week? Who would he be going? I mean, as far as coverage wise, who y'all think he'll be matched up against?
I think he can. I think the way I feel, because I seen Pete was in coverage, man, against wide receivers and stuff too, bro, last week.
Right, and he punched the ball out.
I feel kind of comfortable with whoever. Providing it ain't no Evans or Godwin,
right.
Like that. But anybody else, man, I think he can read his keys, and do his assignments, man, and play the coverage.
Right.
He ain't got to necessarily play the man, but if you're playing the coverage, and I got confidence in him to do that. Especially evaluating that film last week.
I mean, we can talk about him covering anybody. Like Cameron Brate, give me a break. Kyle Rudolph, come on now. I like that man.
Fournette, they like to throw to him out the flat. Tom Brady started had a little. We got a little affinity for that. But I don't know if Fournette want to be doing that because last year when he was doing all that, man, he got bang to the boogie.
Right. You
understand what I'm saying? I mean, I know it's gonna be going. I ain't saying that he no pump or nothing, but I know that that has to run across his mind because it's like we made a concerted effort that if he catch the ball out there, he's gonna get the bang to the boogie. You understand? And he wind up, having his ass leave the game. So, he just got to be cautious of that, man. And like, Mario didn't really have a good game last week.
Right.
So I know he's determined to have a good game this week. In fact, the whole defense probably is determined to get away from that state.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But since we talking before that and stuff like that, pretty sure that Mario is eager to have a good game this week. And if that means, putting Fournette on his ass, a few times, I'm pretty sure that he would want to do that.
Right.
How y'all feeling about the about the Julio. I doubt that Debo gonna play Sunday, so it's gonna be
Yeah,
Julio and Roby.
yeah,
So
that's
I
what I was
like
gonna get to.
that.
I'm gonna let Uptown go right there.
I think what we should do, man, is like, anybody that's playing on that side, we should have some coverage rolled over, like in the double team and just in the event. And just let Sean just lock down his whole side by himself. You understand what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that DA knows this too also. And I'm pretty sure that Mr. Brandon Roby wants to have a better game this week too.
Mm-hmm. He should.
Regardless of who the matchup is. So, bro, look, we can't hide nobody. We can't hide nobody in this game because this is TV 12.
Right.
You understand? So, dudes just got to step it up, bro. Dudes just got to step it up.
He gonna spread it out.
It wouldn't be no factor if our front seven is acting the fool. That shouldn't even be a factor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he gonna spread it out to try to see who he can pick on. Yeah, he know he not gonna pick on Sean. Not gonna pick on Sean. So Roby gonna have to step up. Julio hadn't been practicing, but I'm pretty sure he gonna play. I don't know what type of time he on far as like his abilities now. I mean, if he still got some juice left, Roby gonna have to be on his A game. Gage,
against Dallas last week, I saw him make some good catches. I ain't gonna lie, I did see him make some good catches. Some of them look like the regular Julio Jones type catches. But this dude, it seemed like but he looked like he had and he's starting to look career-ending hamstring injuries.
Oh yeah,
left the game so with another hamstring injury, first game of the season. Now he may start this game, but depending on how his hamstrings and stuff is, he may not even finish this game.
Yeah, I mean, if you notice, like every time he catch the ball, it seems like he have a hard time getting up, or he's slowly getting up. I've noticed that. So,
and then I see Godwin. Godwin left the game too.
Yeah,
and he looked like he was in pain.
And to be honest with you, they would be very dumb to even play him. They would be very dumb to play him. Like even if he's like, oh, I'm feeling better and stuff, he'll be very dumb. This is the last team he wants to play. He knows it. So
I think they're gonna. I really think though that injury list looked like a sham.
Yeah,
I'm not really buying. You understand? I mean,
yeah. But I mean, I'm just speaking upon Godwin. That's the only one I'm talking about. They'll be stupid to play.
I think he might even play.
And I'm telling you, I think they would be very dumb to even try it. They should know. I'm just saying. After the past recent games, they should know better. But if they're gonna do that, then so be it. I'm just saying they better throw Russell Gage out there. If not, Scotty Miller in the slot. They better throw somebody out there. But it better not be Godwin.
Let's think about it, CB. Your top five, which is really your whole wide receiving core. You understand? On the injury list. What I think Todd Bowles trying to throw people off or something. He on some bullshit. You understand? Right. Myself, man, I don't buy it. You understand? I expect all them guys to play, and I hope that's the way that the Saints is attacking it too. Just expecting them dudes to play.
All right. Well, yeah. If Godwin play, that's gonna be concerning. That's gonna be a concern to me. Because if Justin Evans is the guy that's going to be in the slot, most likely again this week, we just got to see. He played well last week.
Yeah, but he didn't he didn't play exclusively in the slot. He played some PJ lined up too, for a few snaps. But nonetheless, I get what you're saying. I don't really relish the opportunity. Looking forward to Justin Evans or PJ Williams, having to guard him on the slot. To be quite honest with you, right? CGJ was having trouble guarding him in the slot.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So,
But I'm just saying, if Godwin plays us, he's gonna likely end his ass back up on the injury report mid game. I'm just letting y'all know that right now. So it's in their best interest to not play him. I'm just telling y'all. It's a warning. It is. And look, as far as Julio Jones go, look, let's keep it real. If we gonna talk about this Dallas game, you know, they had a hard time scoring in the end zone. And from my understanding, you know, let's keep it real. Julio Jones, he doesn't have that many receiving touchdowns to begin with. You know what I'm saying? So, and in fact, we all know that he got more fumbles than touchdowns versus us. So man,
you know, they for some reason, well, you know, when they dating back when he was at the NFL time.
That's what I'm pointing at.
You just don't use him in the red zone.
Yeah, but that's my point though.
Yeah.
So what did Cal Rudolph do last week?
He did absolutely nothing.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure PJ got something to do with him too.
Did anything? The person that played well on the whole offense really was Fournette.
They need him.
Fournette he had some running lanes. They gave him some lanes and stuff to run, which was that bugged me out because you know he don't usually play well like that either. But somebody had to play well.
But that was my point. They have to rely on Fournette. They have to. Like with all these injuries and stuff, even if they all play, they gonna have to.
That's why Knight, right? We need to light his ass up. Every time he get the ball, he need to get the bang bang to the boogie. No matter who the hell it is, man. Whoever close to him, knock fire from him. And keep knocking fire from him, man, until it frustrates him. Because you know we get into his head every time. We get into his head every time. And he always fall for the banana in the tailpipe.
And I think Tyron, I think this gonna be the game where we really get to see him, you know, contest plays. He still got that same all-pro, you know, energy in him. I think we're gonna find that out because Brady gonna, like WD was saying earlier, he gonna test the back end because it's new. The back end new, and he know TB know that Marcus Williams had that range.
Mm-hmm.
Tyron, he's a playmaker. His range ain't as good. He wasn't as good as Marcus Williams as far as his range. So Brady gonna try to fit some of those balls in there.
Well, the one we have to worry about as far as that is concerned, that's Marcus May. You understand?
Right.
Marcus May last week, bro. You caught you dropped an interception that could virtually, you know, end the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you need to be aware of those kind of things, man, because then you know we're gonna start thinking and stuff about, you know, when the other Marcus was there, because the other Marcus probably would have caught that. You understand what I'm saying? But I had no problem with the way that he played, other than that drop interception and that missed coverage with that miscommunication in that coverage.
Right.
Yeah. You know, I think he played a great game, man.
Yeah.
He was on tackles and stuff. He was around the ball a lot.
And don't get it twisted. This is still a physical Saints defense. So they can come in here thinking otherwise, but they best get familiar. I'm just saying.
You know, but I guess that's about it, man, that I can think of, you know, that we can do defensively to try and neutralize them. And let's recap it. We need to put pressure on Tom Brady.
Right. We
need to stop their run. And we need to emphasize, you know, whatever coverage, whatever side and stuff, you know, that Paulson the Debo, where you know the side is. If Paulson the Debo end up not playing, we're gonna have to pay special attention to, you know, whoever is playing that matchup on the other side. We're gonna have somebody on the top, somebody underneath, or something, you know, to prevent from them having any big plays.
Right. Okay, so I see we have the Buccaneer fan that I was mentioning earlier, who that nation. See we got a Buck fan, DJ. DJ was good.
What's good, everybody? Oh, hold up. Let me get that over here. What's good, everybody? It's DJ, part of the NFC South versus the NFL. But as y'all know, we go ahead and bring that back.
Yeah, that was better.
I ain't no shades on. I ain't no shades on. You know what I mean? Let me throw that on. You know what I'm saying?
That was better when it was to the back.
Yeah, just twist it back to the back.
Nah, my man, what's going on, y'all?
Oh, nah, we talking about our defense versus y'all's offense. So why we right there? Just how do you think y'all's offense gonna get our defense?
I think y'all offense gonna do against our defense, right?
No, our defense against y'all's offense.
Okay, my defense against your offense. I think they're gonna match up relatively well. I mean, especially when you look at the Saints and what you guys are going into this game. You know, I saw the little injury report. Obviously, we don't know what the official injury report is going to be. But, you know, with Alvin Kamara, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I can fill me in what that is. You got Mark Ingram added on there. I know Jameis Winston has a back. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Michael Thomas, he's not showing up. That's good for y'all. Jarvis Landry, I know I got your weapons, right? Chris Olave, Juwan Johnson. I think my secondary fits very well with that. And then your offensive line, you know. I have a question mark. I would say more.
Wait, my fault. We talking about the other side. We talking about what Brady gonna do to our defense.
Oh.
We'll get on that. We'll get on that one.
All right. So looking at our offense, I think Brady, overall, we know Brady's gonna be ready, right? I mean, Brady is the GOAT, right? I mean, by many people's imagination, right? Basically, all our weapons, for the most part, are available outside of Chris Godwin. We did try it out last week. Looked good, but because you don't run for how long Chris Godwin didn't run, you know, Hammy took him out. Don't like we're going to have him, but obviously we saw Julio Jones out there. He looked like he was looking really good. Mike Evans like he was in good form, and then, you know, the star of the entire show, Leonard Fournette. You know, it looks like we're going to be wanting to run the rock a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I saw what Cordell Patterson did to y'all. I'm very interested to see if Byron Leftwich is going to draw up that similar, you know, scheme. Because it looked like they were killing y'all, especially with the stretch plays. Because I know they were doing a lot of RPOs with Mariota and Cordell Patterson. Obviously got caught up on it, you know, and the third going into the fourth quarter. And they ain't had no counterpunch to it. You know what I'm saying? That's where y'all were able to bounce on that ass and do what y'all did and come back and get that dub. But
can I say something? Really, what you saw really is really an aberration, because it had been how many games? What, 35 games? CB, Dub, 35 games or something since we had given up 100-yard rusher, something like that. So if your coaches is looking at that tape and using that tape as a measurement, you know, to use as you know, as a measure of how they're going to prepare for this game, I think that would be a mistake, because everybody knows historically that the Saints is really tough to run against the Saints. And the only reason why Atlanta was successful is because they got us kind of back on our heels a little bit, because they run the RPO. So when you got linemen and stuff thinking and stuff like that, that will create those holes that you saw last week.
Right.
That's a fair assessment.
Guys represent a different set of challenges.
That's a fair assessment.
And keep in mind, right, we know about Leonard Fournette. That's our homeboy. He's from New Orleans. Okay? So we know what kind of a runner he is. He's more of a north and south type runner. He want to be a smash mouth. And that kind of stuff, you know, plays right into our hands. So if that's what you guys are trying to do with the Saints, that's not really going to be successful. Not that. And don't look at Atlanta tape and think that you're going to be able to replicate that.
It's not the simple fact that we think we're going to replicate it, right? I mean, it's more you saw what happened. At the end of the day, you saw, 20-something carries. We're not talking about just, he busted off a couple of just short runs.
Mm-hmm.
There was multiple carries where, especially with that stretch. That was something that we did with Leonard Fournette as well with the Cowboys. We ran a lot of that stretch. When you run a stretch play like that, like you said, if you're playing like power ball, you know what I'm saying, like your 2-gap, 1-gap, that's different. That's like straight in your mouth, just trying to run it down your throat. What I saw from your line, when they did see the ball going that direction, they weren't ripping, penetrating, none of that stuff. They were sticking on blocks and things like that. So at the end of the day, you still got to challenge it. Yes, I know what you guys have been over the last couple of years. We've been there right with you, right? We've been one of the best run defenses in the NFL for 3 to 4 years. But this is the beginning of a new season. You know what I'm saying? We can't just go off of pass because look at Ezekiel Elliott with the Cowboys. That's the Cowboys' fault. They should have ran the ball more.
Exactly.
He touched that ball. He was getting about 3 to 4 or 5 yards a carry. But I can't speak to why they weren't running the ball because they wanted to showcase that.
Yup.
Apparently, what's that?
No, I agree with you right there. I'm gonna follow up on that on the next part because we're gonna be talking about.
But you also have to realize too, right, that our defensive line know that they did not play the run well last week too. So just that self-awareness that they have, I don't think that that Fournette is going. We can revisit this, okay? Fournette ain't gonna do a damn thing. If you guys are gonna beat us, if you're gonna beat us, it's not gonna be that one.
Well, we're gonna find out. I mean, like you said, you just made your guarantee.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I know what you guys have been. Like I said, I'm not ignorant to the fact of what you guys have been. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say that, but at the same time, if I'm a coach and I've coached football, I'm not just because I know they're good at something and still not challenge them. That would be stupid. I watched a Cowboys team 2 years in a row do that same dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying y'all the Cowboys. I'm not saying y'all the Cowboys. Just you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying if you running the ball, obviously, is something that all teams should at least attempt to do. And we're going to go out there and we're going to attempt to do it. You know what I'm saying? We did it at a very high rate. Look, I'd seen this offense. They changed their scheme of running against the Cowboys, which I really did like. Obviously, we added some players in the inside like a Shaq Mason who can move in the inside, which I saw them pulling him a lot. There's a big difference. I seen him even with Josh Wells doing tackle when he came in for Donovan Smith, who is going to be a starter because don't like Donovan Smith going to go because he's a little soft ass. Never mind. I'm going to leave that alone. But
I want him to play.
I bet you do because he began his ass ate up by Cam Jordan. I bet you
and
do.
Davenport.
I bet you Josh Wells played very well in that little bit of time. And this is a game, if I would have had Donovan Smith sit, it damn sure would be this game because y'all got his heart. I ain't going to front about that. So,
but we understand that, man. We know y'all gonna try and do that. You understand? Try and run Fournette and all that. And we just gonna shut that shit down. And then, so we'll send y'all to plan B real soon.
Oh, but plan B is a beautiful plan as well. I mean, like you said, y'all tell me. Actually, y'all give me. As of right now, they got Marshawn Lattimore. Let me just get that. They got Marshawn Lattimore, Bradley Roby. I know y'all were really high on that Taylor kid. I don't know what he's doing much of that. I know Paulson Adebo was hurt. Obviously, y'all lost CD Deuce. You know what I'm saying? Y'all changed up y'all little safeties. Like I said, Marcus May. He looked very good last week. You know what I'm saying? Tyrann Mathieu, I'm still waiting to see more. You know what I'm saying? I understand he's still new in the system. They both are, whatever the case may be. It's week 2. Are they going to figure it out? That's the question I got. You know what I'm saying? Because Marcus Williams and Malcolm Jenkins were a formidable safety tandem back there. I'm still waiting to see that with y'all.
It's only been week 1, bro.
I understand that.
Slow down, Wolf.
And we're only at week 2 right now. We're in week 7.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, we in week 1.5, technically speaking. You understand what I'm saying? But it's only been week 1, bro. Just slow down. You understand? They'll get it together. You're dealing with veteran players here. You know, you ain't dealing with no rookies or nothing like that. They look good last week for the most part. You know, as far as what safeties are supposed to do, like I mentioned earlier, there's only 2 plays and stuff that I didn't really, care for, with Marcus May, but I'm thinking that he can clean those things up, no problem. So I don't really see anything, man, really wrong with our back end. Now, you guys may say, well, Bradley Roby or whatever, right? But I think that, there's times and stuff that we didn't beat y'all, with lesser cornerbacks.
Who were the lesser cornerbacks?
Austin
Debo.
He's probably saying
we beat y'all when we had Eli Apple, bro.
What are you talking about now? What?
Yeah.
2 years? How long has it been since y'all had Eli Apple?
I'm saying we have beaten y'all, you understand, with lesser cornerbacks. So not having Paulson and Debo, we're not going to pass.
Eli was getting off on Chris Godwin a little bit.
What year was Eli Apple?
You understand?
20, what?
We had Jack Rabbit Jenkins.
Thank you. Excuse
You
me.
understand what I'm saying, bro? I mean, it doesn't really matter, bro. That all that stuff you talking right there, that's really irrelevant.
I mean, what you're talking about with Eli Apple is irrelevant. That was with Dirk Cutter and his clown, coaches.
No, but you emphasizing that Paulson and Debo is not going to be there, and I'm just saying that in the past we have beaten y'all when we had lesser cornerbacks. That's my point. Not do we have understanding there, bro?
Oh, we got understanding.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to make.
That boy living in the past. All right, well,
I would say the lesser cornerback would be Janoris Jenkins. He was good for us, but he looked like crap with the Titans. So I'll just put that out. I mean, you familiar with that pick 6? I know you are.
Yeah, and he got.
that was fair. That's back in 2001.
Hey, but I mean, Bradley Roby, look, as much as Bradley Roby, he had his struggles in week 1, and we ain't hiding from that. But also Bradley Roby, he's a veteran too that also has a proven backtrack, record. So I mean, he's actually picked off Tom Brady before.
Mm-hmm. In fact, man, since Tom Brady been in Tampa Bay, I think we got 6 interceptions off him.
And also
Tom Brady in the regular season. I mean, that's gone without being said. I have picked y'all in games against the Bucs because of how dominant your defense has been against Tom Brady. Like I said, I'm not negligible. I don't know if y'all don't watch or even catch a glimpse of anything we do, but I watch a lot of tape. You know what I'm saying? I'm not somebody that's out here just, a happy-go-lucky fan that just picks my team constantly. I'm not built that way. You know what I'm saying? I'm honest about stuff. So I've said that. I've had issues with it.
I see that. What you saying? We acknowledge that, bro. Trust me.
We done have Bucs fans that.
Yeah, trust me. I've seen
everything.
Yeah, I've seen way worse than.
I believe it.
Way worse than you. But all right, let's get what you got, CB.
Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the other side of the ball. Feeling good. The way he came off with, how I think his boys were gonna eat on that side. We looking good on that side. So let's go to the other side. We let him start out. How you think your defense gonna eat? Y'all done started something. Your boy done started something with Mike Thomas, and he really done stepped in something that he really about to regret. He really gonna regret.
What happened, man? What happened? I don't know what's going on. Hit me too.
You know that tweet that Carlton Davis was tweeting at Michael Thomas. I think it was the season at Breeze, the season that the Bucs beat us in the playoffs. I think it was that game. You know, he was talking about little dude, I locked your ass up, little dude.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
he ain't had no. He was tweeting at the mic. So it's a little energy there. I think your boy done got in something. You know, he ain't gonna be able to backpedal out of. So you can start there. How you feeling about that?
yeah.
I think he
How you
feel
feel about
good.
that
I
matchup?
mean, why
You
not?
really
I mean,
feel you
Carlton
really
Davis.
feel good about that?
I mean, Carlton Davis is definitely a top tier. I'm not gonna say he's elite. I'm not saying he's the best corner in the league, but he's definitely one of the better corners in the league. And he has had success against a lot of great wide receivers, be it DeAndre Hopkins. When DeAndre Hopkins was really doing it. Sure, I should have a list with me. I ain't got a list, but there's definitely a running list I gotta find, and I'll tweet you in it of Carlton Davis guarded receivers, which are really good, where he shut down. And then, like you said, that playoff game, I guarantee he felt really good about that. I mean, we're talking about a veteran now. He ain't a kid no more. Obviously, Michael Thomas has been in the league since 2016. We've already now been through 3 coaching regimes, I want to say, because since he's been there, we had Dirk and them, we had Lovey, you know what I'm saying, all them different things and them different schemes, and he struggled. You know what I'm saying? Carlton Davis, he had his ups and downs, but he seems a lot more consistent now in the Tom Bowles scheme. And like I said, he ran into him on in the playoffs. And then the year after, I know Michael Thomas. That's when the injury started. He also put the clamps on him on that as well. So if I'm Carlton Davis, I'm feeling good. You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't he be? Why are you gonna be scared of Michael Thomas at this point? Michael Thomas is 2 years removed, at least, from that production. You got to come out and show me these are grown ass men now. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would he be like, oh, I gotta deal with Michael Thomas? Like, nah, bro.
You know something?
Nah.
We taking receipts right now. We got another video waiting. We
You
got
want me to
another
record
video
him?
waiting.
You
We got another video on the way.
I caught a glimpse of y'all podcast last week, bro. You understand? And all y'all was universally, y'all was on this. And I know the other 2 cats that was in here, by the way. I'm familiar with them. Although I'm not familiar with you, I am familiar with them too. And that whole narrative came from the punk ass Panther fan there. You know, calling Michael Thomas, gave him the slant boy moniker. And I saw how y'all was engaging in it and right. Michael Thomas ran only 2 slants in the game last week. And both of those was for incompletions, by the way. Now all the rest of the routes he ran and stuff was regular, quote unquote, wide receiver routes. And he was very successful doing that.
The reason, from what I understand, is why people call it Slam Boy, because he runs a lot of routes that are high percentage catch type routes. You know what I'm saying? Your ends, your corners, your slants, your short drags and stuff like that. High percentage style of catches. If you go look at the statistics, Michael Thomas is on the lower side of catch per reception when it comes to especially number 1 receivers. He's one of the lowest catch per reception wide receivers in the NFL. That's where he gets the name from. It's not, nobody ain't saying this guy is not a good receiver. You know what I'm saying? But he does run very high percentage catch type routes.
When you say that and you bring up those statistics, right? There's also a methodology and stuff involved with that. Okay. Michael Thomas could not run those routes that you guys talk about.
And he now gets a chance to prove everyone wrong.
You understand? Because let me finish saying this. What I'm saying, like, there was a reason why. You understand? Those routes was the most effective routes, you know, judging from our quarterback that we had, Drew Brees. Drew Brees, at the end of his career, it got to the point where he couldn't even throw the ball over the top like that. And you should know, as a Yucks fan, because when we played y'all in the playoff game, y'all played up the whole game. Y'all didn't have no threat at all of Drew Brees throwing the ball up the field over the top of y'all. And the only time when we did have a chance to take advantage of that, if you remember, is when Jameis came into the game for that one play and the 1 touchdown pass to Traquan Smith.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's the reason why Michael Thomas was mainly running those routes that you are referring to. It's not like he cannot run those other routes and get up the field, but now he has a quarterback that gives him the ability to do so.
Yep, 100% agree with you. I ain't nothing to argue about that. You know?
Now, I didn't want to cut you off. I want you to finish with your defensive analogy, man, for the game.
All right. So when I'm looking at this defense, right? I wish I got on my phone, but I did some all 22. You know, I do that as part of my thing for the South. You know, I check everybody out on the all 22 and look at things that trends and things like that, right? So when I was looking at y'all offensive line, what was going on with against the Atlanta Falcons? Why were you guys not having much success early? The main reason why I saw that, which changed in the later part of the game, was Grady Jarrett. Grady Jarrett was eating up your entire interior offensive line. I mean, from Cesar Ruiz, even he caught Andres Pete out there getting ate up. I mean, he was splitting double teams.
Yes, he was.
It felt like he gassed out around the end of the third. You saw them rotate and bring another line, which was getting no pressure. Things started changing right there. So now I fast forward this to the Bucs. We got a player named Logan Hall, which he's a rookie, but he is definitely the fastest interior lineman that we have on the inside. Along with him and how we run our A-gap blitzes, because Michael Walker, they were doing a lot of games behind Grady Jarrett, which they should have did more, where they were bringing that linebacker behind him, and he was getting free runs because of what Grady Jarrett was doing. That's where, from a schematically standpoint, I'm expecting this Bucs to kind of continue to test Cesar Ruiz, who's not, at this point of his career, not a good guard. And just the interior in general. I know you still got Eric McCoy at center? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. He's a good center. I like him. He's good. Andre Pete is a decent guard too as well. But like I said, I think when you start getting them on their toes and having to do stuff like that, there's definitely a chance there. And that's where if I'm a defensive guy, which Todd Bowles is, I would think they're going to do a lot of that A-gap blitzing, which they do anyway. And that's what they're going to attack. And I feel good about
it. Let me tell you what my theory is on that, right? And this ain't only applicable to the Saints. This is applicable really throughout the whole league. The way in which teams prepare in the offseason is far different than what it used to be in the past. You have these teams nowadays, everybody's team is keeping players out. Some teams don't have none of these starters played throughout the whole preseason. So therefore, you are not building into any type of continuity. Now, when it comes to something like offensive line play, you need that continuity. You need that communication. You understand what I'm saying?
Preach to the choir.
Those things in early in the season, especially in the game one, especially one half of the game one, those things can be an issue when everybody haven't been together, and although they may have been together in practice doing some things in training camp and stuff like that, you can't practice game speed. You understand what I'm saying? So I think that throughout the league, as the season progresses, I figure, I think teams will probably completely have it together by week 3. You're going to see some better continuity among the offensive lines. You understand? Because then they've been and played some time together, been and build up some type of continuity, and more importantly, they've been to build up communication. Because a lot of what was going on with our offensive line had a lot to do with miscommunication.
All right.
You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's one of those things. That's a 6 half dozen argument. You understand what I'm saying when it comes down to that? Because, even in the teams that looked great last week, I still seen some inequities and stuff in the offensive line play. So, who knows and stuff. Our offensive line can very well have came together this week and gotten their communication worked out where where they wouldn't have those kind of disruptions and stuff going on the offensive line.
Right.
Now, if that stuff continues, then that's who you are. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm not really to hang the hat and say that anybody is who they are or who they're going to be just based on what happened in week 1.
I wouldn't even say in September. I think September is that month where you just find ways to win games. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who people are until you hit that October, November time, especially it's a 17 game season now. You know what I'm saying? And now with the shorter preseason, yes, you're obviously going to have those, like you said, miscommunications. You're going to have rust because not a lot of teams are playing that. And I fully understand that, but it doesn't take the simple fact that if I'm a defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator, I'm still
I understand. I get it.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Like,
I get it.
You show me.
You know what I'm saying? I get it. Understand?
Ruiz now. He gonna have to play better.
And on the defensive side, that communication and stuff like that, like I'm talking about, you don't feel it so much in the front seven, but you feel it on the back end, because on the back end is where you need to have all the communication.
Correct.
That's why you've seen a lot of wide receivers running around in people back end this week too. Understand? Because those dudes got to get together and get their communication and stuff together. So that works on the offensive side. It works with the offensive line. On the defensive side, that works with the defensive backfield. But I'm sorry, brother.
Oh no, I want to know. You know what I'm saying? How y'all feeling this as well? Like I said, I'm not. I'm just basically giving my little bit of analysis. I'm here. Like I said, I'm not just somebody that shoots off the hip. I actually do my research. I don't just come on here and talk just because I'm a Bucs fan. You know what I mean?
I agree with what you were saying, because I think that the Saints seen some stuff in the Dallas game that I think they may try and attack in y'all defense too.
So who on that other side? Sean Buckman?
Not Jamel Dean. Jamel Dean. They putting a lot of Anquan Winfield in the slot. Obviously, Mike Edwards is back there with him. We have Keanu O'Neal, which I won't be surprised if we see a lot more Keanu O'Neal this week. I don't honestly know where Sean Murphy-Bunting falls in with the rotation currently set. Like I said, he definitely lost that position. My boy Mike, who is part of the co-host with me, he's a bigger Sean Murphy-Bunting fan when you watch tape than I am. He's a good player, but I think Jamel Dean has grown a lot more since they both came in the league together. He got a lot better, right? So he earned that spot. Now, if he starts tailing off, he has Sean Murphy-Bunting not that far off his heels, right? So that's what depth is, right? You definitely want to keep that. But when it comes to that second year,
but Jamel Dean struggled last season.
I mean, if you want to go off of what you continue to see off of a year ago, you can do that. I'm going off of, everybody's a year older, right? I mean, experiences happen. You know what I'm saying? He did struggle early in that season, but I don't know how much tape you watched of Jamel Dean. As the season went and progressed, he got a lot better. You know what I'm saying? And now he carried over to the preseason, and he carried over to, and this is a contract year for him and Sean Murphy-Bunting as well. You also got to put that out there. Obviously, players play a lot better in contract years than they do on the other years. Especially when you're talking about rookie contract players. If they're going to do anything or they're going to really hit, they normally do it in their contract year, and you see that growth with Jamel Dean. You know what I'm saying?
But just to talk a little, to add a little humor to it, but a little trash talk, man. Michael Thomas is going to destroy that boy, Carlton Davis, man.
I love it.
Destroy that boy, man. You up here?
I love it.
Up here with all that flim flam, bro. You know damn well Michael Thomas is going to destroy your boy. Your boy, man, is food. Your boy is food. Michael Thomas just last week, he just destroyed a cat, man, that didn't give up a touchdown all last season. And your man ain't as good as him. You understand?
AJ Terrell is more hype than
and your man ain't as good as him. So you know damn well that Michael Thomas is going to destroy your boy. Now I don't know about your boy on the other side. He may he gonna get destroyed too, probably too. But You know what I'm saying? It probably ain't gonna be as bad as what Michael Thomas do to Carlton Davis, though. He gonna pump Carlton Davis. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it in Tampa. Everybody knows it in New Orleans.
No, that's what y'all believe.
Yourself, bro. Stop playing
Do
yourself,
you
bro.
believe in love like a love?
Jamel Dean about to be
Good right now, boy. All right.
I heard, like I said, I heard y'all little podcasts and stuff last week. I heard it, bro. Y'all didn't think he was gonna do what he did last week.
What did he do last week? Caught 2 touchdowns. Congratulations, OJ Howard for the
AJ Terrell. That's what he did. He did
40 yards with 2 touchdowns.
He destroyed AJ Terrell after being away for almost 2 years. For almost 2 years he been away, and he came back and destroyed AJ Terrell.
Yeah.
That's what he did. That's what he did. You saw it. I saw it. Everybody saw it.
The funny thing is, I thought I was gonna come on here and y'all were going, talk
Nah,
about.
we just had to. I just had to talk you up a little bit, bro. You understand?
Had a nice couple catches, but off of 52 yards, off of 8, targets and 5 receptions, 21 being his longest. Y'all want to hype and pump your chest out about that.
After being away for almost 2 years and after 2 ankle surgeries and a hamstring injury in training camp. Yeah, we gonna pump our chest out.
I mean, look, right? Hey, but look, man, you're laughing. 14 points, that's doing something.
No, you're right.
But I'm just saying, y'all didn't expect him to do that. Y'all didn't even expect, you know what I'm saying?
Him to be a red zone target?
After all this, after all these injuries, after not playing 2 years, y'all didn't believe that was gonna happen.
He was in the red zone. He made 2
but did you expect him to go?
That's Michael Thomas. He didn't break his hands. Michael Thomas is probably the best hands on your team. If I'm Jameis Winston too, I'm going against that backup too. AJ Terrell ain't breaking up no balls. Go look at the statistics. AJ Terrell is the Atlanta Falcons one hype player that they try to put on a pedestal because they read PFF. Yeah. Go watch the tape.
Yeah. But I'm just saying. All I'm saying is y'all didn't expect it. Y'all didn't expect it.
Isn't it?
Y'all didn't expect it.
This comment right here is crucial. MT's TDs came in crucial points of the game. We was behind.
I agree with that.
We was behind, and that second TD came in a crucial moment.
It was
1-on-1. AJ Terrell. The media got that guy up there. We don't think he like that.
Thank you.
I'm saying
That's all I'm saying.
I was just saying they didn't even expect him to do that though. That's
he just checking.
He's a good player.
Flexing on him.
Yeah, Michael Thomas made that man look like look embarrassing in that red zone. He did. It's gonna be worse against Clark. It was very nice. I'm not saying it wasn't.
It's gonna be
you came on here, my man. Mod over here, man, or you're a moderator, or you just call yourself mod? What's your name?
That means the Minister of Defense.
Oh, Minister of Defense. What's up, my brother? You came on like, Michael Thomas just like, boy, that boy put up, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, cool. He put up 2 touchdowns. He had hell of a 5 catches for touchdowns in a crucial moment. That's huge. I get that. Confidence-wise, that's probably huge for Michael Thomas as well, because him and Jameis have not been able to get on that connection. I guarantee stuff like that, that's going to help them grow. Like I said, I'm not sitting here acting like, you know what I'm saying, oh, it don't mean nothing, but you came on here with your chest out. Like, this man just put up 100 yards and then 2 touchdowns. Michael Thomas is back.
Say, bro. And look, man, and while he was doing that, Jarvis Landry was catching 9 for 112 or something, 170.
Jarvis Landry showed why he was happy to leave Baker Mayfield.
Huh?
I said Jarvis Landry showed, like Odell did, they couldn't wait to get away from Baker Mayfield.
Say, bro, all I'm saying is this, bro, is that your boy Carlton Davis was running his mouth. And Michael Thomas gonna pump old boy. And we revisit this. We're gonna revisit this, okay?
Oh yeah,
revisit this.
He got my number. He got my contact information. I don't run from nothing.
You understand? We'll revisit this, man. Because remember, I said it that Michael Thomas gonna punk your boy.
Word, facts.
Okay. Just like I told the Falcons that Michael Thomas was gonna pump their boy too last week, and I was right, wasn't I?
Yeah. I know you're talking to me. I thought you were about it. But yeah, I mean, he definitely bumped him in the red zone. He definitely did for those two touches.
So we're not now. Let's go back
embarrass him on some stuff like that. You know what I mean? He ain't do nothing crazy
you
like
think
that.
Carlton Davis better than AJ Terrell?
Yes, right now I do.
Me personally, I think so.
Thank you. Yeah,
I think he is better than AJ Terrell.
I mean, AJ, they hyping off for 1 year, but he was rarely getting targeted.
I hope the Falcon fans hear me saying that too. He is better than AJ Terrell.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's gonna be a battle. I can't wait for it. It's gonna be a battle.
So how do y'all see yourself trying to stop our running game?
I mean, I gotta first see what the running game's gonna look like. I mean, yeah, I know Mark Ingram's on your report. Alvin Kamara. Like, can y'all give me any updates? Are we gonna see the one? Is this a game time decision? Like, what's going on with that?
I think Alvin Kamara going to play.
Mark Ingram.
He was limited in practice, but I think he's going to play.
He didn't practice today. He was
limited yesterday.
Yeah, he was limited yesterday. So today probably could have just been a rest day. They probably seen enough yesterday. It was like, okay, well let's get some rest in.
Because he has a rib, right? A rib.
Yeah.
Rib.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to play with that.
I think with a rib you can kind of push through it, but like a limb issue, I think that would have been a little bit more serious.
Rib is pain tolerance, how much you can take and if you can breathe.
But regardless, if we just brought Latavius off the street, I still think we can get a little something out of Latavius. Our line gonna play better this game.
Yeah.
The only thing Ruiz gotta play better. Ruiz gotta play better this game. The interior gotta play better because I know y'all gonna try to send blitzes. I already know that they're gonna send the blitzes.
Y'all also have to consider too, right? When y'all thinking about stopping our running game, y'all gonna have to figure out how y'all gonna stop Taysom.
That's what I was about to bring up. I was waiting for y'all to say that. Taysom is a weapon, and he's in his natural position, which I don't understand why a lot of Saints fans. I don't know if you guys are part of it, but they were pushing hard to try to get Taysom over Jameis. From a quarterbacking standpoint, I don't understand why that even makes sense. But now him being where he's at and what he can do damage. He's definitely somebody we're highlighting on that paper when it comes to our offensive weapons that is going to have to be watched. I mean, we're going to have to make sure we account for him when he's under center. We're going to have to account for him when he's playing, on the tight end, on the on the line. That's somebody you got to account for. I mean, he can definitely screw up a game, and I think that was part of the reason why I came back. He kind of rejuvenated some things with that. So, that's definitely the player right now for your rushing attack that I'm going to be watching. I know Alvin Kamara could be out the pass and the run. Mark Ingram, like he lost a step. I don't think he's the Mark Ingram that y'all have known and loved many years here in Who Dat Nation.
I disagree with that.
Okay.
I don't think I'm
Texas too.
Like all seriousness, if anything, Mark, I felt like as far as ground and pound, he showed as far as this season goes. I felt like we should have ran the ball more with him. And last year it was just about his injuries. He had knee injuries as well as AK.
He's dealing with that this year too, right? Isn't that why he on the report?
Is it his knee specifically? I'm not sure.
I think that may be something like man trying to give him a veteran rest day. You understand?
Okay. So I think I saw a report and listed him with that ankle. So that's why when you said that, I was wondering.
I expect him to play too, to be honest with you.
If anything, I mean, I feel like we got to run up the gut rather than outside. I don't know why we be trying to run the ball on the outside versus y'all with those linebackers. But I'm gonna say it like this. I did say I was gonna bring it up, by the way, because you was talking about it earlier. I don't know what the hell Cowboys were doing. They should have ran the ball on your more with Ezekiel Elliott. Because here's the thing. I think y'all should have resigned too. Akeem Hicks, he's good as far as rushing the passer, but when it comes to that run game, Akeem Hicks, I don't think he's as good as Sue. So I honestly think in general, I don't think y'all run defense is as solid as previous year, as like you was talking about our D-line struggling versus the run with Cordero Patterson.
But I mean, similar to my man over here was talking about, we don't want to all the way just think somebody is off of one game, right? I'm definitely.
I'm just talking. I'm just talking about the
Hicks
changes in your D line too, because I mean JPP he played a huge part in that as well.
JPP, he I appreciate everything JPP did for us and helped us during the time he was with us. Injuries and his play dropped tremendously, and that's one reason why you see he's still a free agent at this moment. Sue is the same thing. Now they probably could sign to a roster, but I guarantee people are trying to lowball them because they think they're probably a little better than they are right now in their career. I think Sue is like 34 right now. JPP, same age or something like that. We brought in, a Hicks, who I think is 32 now, a little younger, still got a little more juice, I think. Like you said, he didn't play a lot in the preseason like anybody else. And, we got Vita Vea in the middle, who's been a formidable player, and just got paid, still young.
Yeah.
We got Will Golston, who plays the run very well, showed a little bit of pass rush, even with that last year. So I'm still interested to see what he's going to do. And he's a little older, too. I think he's like 31 here. So, with him. And then we brought back, Carl Nassib and Anthony Nelson, a young player that has struggled, I think, has went from the preseason, his carry over into the regular season, looked pretty good. So, like I said, this defense from a 7 in front, you still got Shaq Barrett problem. Joe Tryon's the young player, the up-and-coming one that, he ain't reached it where I want to reach yet. He still got a little bit to do. And then obviously back there, we got the best linebacker tandem, arguably one of the best ones in the league with Devin White and Levante David. So it's going to fly around.
Yeah, we know all about Mr. White. You understand? And I think Mr. White is probably going to be the motivation, all the motivation that Fame is going to need to go out there and ball. Because we remember what Mr. White did. You understand? Everybody remember what he did. So I think that's going to be all the motivation that Fame is going to need to go out there and ball. And by the way, bro, in case you want to know, you understand, I'm SaintsUptown, the Minister of Defense for the Who That Nation, bro. That's what the MOD comes from. Everybody knows me. There's acts around in that.
Okay.
Just call me Uptown. Just call me Uptown.
Right, Uptown. I got you. Me and CB, we connected years ago when me and my boy Mike, TJ, before he got started, that was our trio. I mean, that was what we started off with. Family got in the way for me and Mike. TJ went off, made Stay the Saints podcast, and really ran with it. Y'all see what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? And now we're just getting back. This is the first season that we're back. I'm saying that's probably why.
And we appreciate having you too, bro. I'm gonna be honest. We appreciate having you, bro, because especially a cat like you, right? Because I would tell you, man, that the Yucks fans that we normally come in contact with, bro, they do not sound like you. They don't sound like you at all.
I appreciate that.
Not even a little bit.
Well, I got a little. I'll give you a little something. So look, I had a little soft spot for y'all for a little while, right? Because my roommate from college, he be in y'all chat. He come check y'all out sometime. I was in college back in 2005. His family's from New Orleans. They were part of Katrina move. Obviously, what happened with that? We were freshmen at North Carolina A&T up in Greensboro. CB. And I went home with him when they came in from New Orleans from the whole Katrina happening. You know what I'm saying? So they've been like my second family. You know what I mean? And they're all Saints fans. How y'all do in New Orleans. I mean, y'all die hard out there. Like, y'all don't see a lot of y'all one of them cities where you're not gonna see a lot of fans from other fan bases in y'all city. I've always appreciated that. You know what I mean? And like I said, I've always been with them, kicked it with them, cool people. I love them. That's like I said, that's my other peoples right there. But then I become in podcasting. And now I got to see the Who That Nation. And I'm like, okay, y'all move a little different. Like I said, they talk their ish. Don't get it twisted. But the back and forth battling that y'all got, y'all brought my juices back against y'all, and I love it. I love it. But yeah, man, like I for a long time I had nothing against y'all, but Oh yeah, yeah.
So I think we talked about how you guys were going to defend. We talked about how your back end was going to defend our receivers. I think we talked about how your defensive line was going to defend our offensive line. I think the next place we need to go to, I guess quarterbacks, right? Quarterbacks. Needless to say, like I said earlier, right? I think this game, man, even though he's not letting on to it, I think Jameis sees this game as a really, really special game to him. And I think he feels the same way like I think like Mike is. I think Jameis looking to put his foot all in y'all ass. I'm just telling you the real. He remember that. He lost his season playing against y'all. You need to exercise some of the demons and stuff, because this is a team where it actually happened. That I think Jameis, man, looking to cut y'all to the white meat, brother. I'm telling you that right now.
As he should. As he should. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything less from Jameis. I've been a Jameis, I guess, defender, if you want to call it that, for a lot of his career. I know what kind of player this man could be. You know what I'm saying? He got with the right coaching staff that can help him work through some of them, I guess you can call it demons, that could make him a better quarterback. He has all the intangibles to be one of the elites of this league. And I know that's what makes y'all as Saints fans very excited. But again, we always talk about it. You got to get there. You know what I mean? And that's the maturation that he's doing. And of course, he got hurt. He was on pace to beat us in that matchup. And it got caught short. He worked all offseason knowing that he had to get back to the spot. But look, Jameis Winston hasn't made the playoffs yet. Like, I know Jameis Winston. All that's the stuff that fuels him. I wouldn't be surprised. Like I said, this is gonna feel good. Y'all saw him on them crutches after y'all won.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's gonna celebrate. Jameis is built different. Like I said, I appreciate what Jameis is as a competitor, as a teammate, and what he will give, even at his cost, to make other people around him look better. Like I said, I ain't got nothing against Jameis, but again, he got to go out here and prove it. You know what I'm saying? I see the changes. We seen last year where y'all kind of pulled him back a little bit. Let him see what a new West Coast type offense looked like from a vertical offense that he used to play with the Bucs. You know what I'm saying? This is more of an offensive, schematically ran offense that will better suit your things. And then obviously you can go up top on that as well. You know what I'm saying? Because Jameis has that ability to do it. He has, if I'm not mistaken, if it wasn't last year, or a couple of years ago, Jameis was the best deep ball thrower in the NFL, percentage-wise. You know what I'm saying? So, look, we know what he can do. Bucs fans know what he can do. Like I said, a lot of Bucs fans have some hurt feelings when it comes towards Jameis. I don't. I think things worked out for the best for both people because it got toxic in Tampa with Jameis. And a player like a Tom Brady needed to come and bring us back to relevancy. I ain't got nothing against it. We got a Super Bowl ring. We got a banner added back of the 2020s with the Bucs. I'm good with it, and I ain't got nothing against Jameis. And I hope he has still a good career, but just not this game. I hope he go off on this game, but I know the potential is there. I get it.
Well, our players, man, we know who we facing, man. We facing the GOAT, bro. You understand? Right. So we know that you can't make no mistakes, bro. You make mistakes against Brady, man. They huge, and he done seen it all, been through it all. Can't really fool him too much. So you got to play the game, man. Straight up when it comes down to Brady.
And with Tom Brady, now I'm going with my quarterback, right? Tom Brady came back, and I think in part because of the New Orleans Saints. I think, Tom Brady, you guys talk about taking receipts. Tom Brady takes receipts, and you know that for a fact. You can go back and look at all the different things that he does. What was it, the Miami game that he played last year? If y'all watched the shop with LeBron James thing, he came on there talking about, y'all gonna keep that motherfucker over me. He's like, I wasn't sure I wanted to go there, but that was the team that was looking at wanting to bring me in. He didn't say what team it was, but by contact clues and looking at everything that we can look at, it was the Miami Dolphins. Guess what? Statistically, that was his best game last year, was Miami. The numbers he put up all season. So Tom Brady, we already know he's a furious competitor, right? He ain't Aaron Rodgers that's gonna complain about his wide receivers. He's gonna go out to his wide receivers and help them know what he needs. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is gonna be just bitching and complaining because he thinks he's so great. He can just, I'm great. They're not. They got to figure it out. Nah, Tom Brady ain't gonna do that. Tom Brady know he ain't win a regular season against y'all yet. Y'all the only team on his, basically on his goat in his rap sheet that it ain't pretty.
Yeah,
he came back to make sure it is pretty, or not pretty. I'm not saying pretty, but that he at least get the last laugh. Because he did come back another year after the Super Bowl run, and y'all still dug in his ass, right?
Mm-hmm.
That ain't the way he gonna want to go out. Obviously, I think there's more things to it, but I think definitely New Orleans Saints is a big reason why he came back. Todd Bowles, which I think he thinks is the black version of old Belichick as a head coach. I think that excited him, being the head coach of the Buccaneers. I said.
If that's what TB12 came back for, bro, then TB12 gonna be disappointed, bro.
Hey, that's why we play the game. That's why they play the game, man. That's what's so exciting about this.
If that's why you came back, bro, you came back for all the wrong reasons. You could have stayed retired for all that.
Yeah, woman ain't happy about it. His lady ain't happy about it.
Well, she ain't happy about it.
She ain't happy at all.
I just think he wanted to play until he was 45, man. That's all I think. Because I mean, if he coming back for the Saints, he gonna get his ass I hear you. He gonna get his ass bust up regardless. I mean, I'm just saying, like, this the last team, just to take a beating, man. I mean, whether we, win or lose.
Yeah, because after the Dallas game last week, man, he was talking about how tough it is, man. How everything hurts and all that, and that was week 1.
If you ain't see the shot with Tom Brady, I would say go back and watch that thing, because he even talks about how he handles the media in there. And he talked about, he going to talk about that's a great player right there and all this other stuff. So put that now into, I'm hurting. Basically, he's feeding that narrative that he's a 45-year-old player. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you got to get into the mental of how this man thinks. And I have a video I'm thinking about doing that Tampa Tom is not Tom Brady, who we knew in New England. Y'all probably didn't follow him. I ain't follow him as close with New England, but I know enough about him of the things that he did. Obviously being with the Bucs, over here throwing them Lombardi trophies off of boats, getting drunk as hell, getting carried off. Like, he ain't doing that stuff at New England Patriots Super Bowl wins. You know what I mean? This guy, with the stuff that he's doing with us in the media, he wasn't doing. I went back and even checked with New England. He wasn't doing some of the stuff that he was doing. Like Tom Brady, and the point he is in his career, he's I think being away from Belichick has allowed him to be an individual as a quarterback, and he's enjoyed it and appreciated it. And I think that appreciation will allow him to finish his last year with us and maybe wrap it up, or maybe not.
I was hearing what you were saying about the media and all that, right? I understand what you were saying. Like, you have players and stuff, they do the little media savvy thing, and you were saying how he just playing coy with the media and all that, right? And trying to, play mind games or whatever, right? That really don't work with us. In fact, we the ones playing mind games on him. You understand what I'm saying? So, maybe, if he's doing that, he need to realize, right, that doesn't, you see, brother, 4 straight times, man, you tried that stuff, brother, it don't work, with us. You understand? So, You know, if that's his strategy or whatever, right? And he's just throwing people off because trying to tell people, you know, that he's sore and he ain't really sore and all that, right? Well, we can really make that happen for him, you know. I mean, we can sure. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, we can really make that happen. You know,
I think he's been playing with the media, not to like throw y'all off as Saints. Like he got to go out there and still play the football game. That if you out there, if you're not injured, and you out there playing. I don't care what the hell if you out there playing, you ain't got no excuses. I don't care if you got an ankle, you got your coochie hurt. I don't care.
That's
I don't give a damn. You out there playing. If you get embarrassed out there while you playing, that's on you.
That's why I said, right before you came in, right? I said I hope that the Saints team is approaching this game like all y'all dudes gonna play. And not looking at it like because this offensive lineman is gone and this offensive lineman is gone. And even the ones and stuff that's replacement, we have to go play them like they damn all pros. You understand what I'm saying?
Hey,
don't take not a damn thing for granted. You understand? So, and if I know Dennis Allen like I know Dennis Allen, these boys should be prepared, man. I think this defense, I don't think he want to see no kind of a defense performance and stuff like that, next week again. So I think that they're gonna be well prepared, and I know y'all gonna be well prepared, and
it's gonna be a battle.
Yeah,
this game is going to be made this game of the week. They should have made this game of the week.
This is gonna be, I mean, with the changes, and like I said, I said on my podcast, and this is 0-0. I know what y'all did over the last years, but now it's Dennis Allen and Todd Bowles' game. This is their stuff now. There ain't no Sean Payton, there ain't no Bruce Arians here. You dig what I'm saying? Like the end game stuff, the chess game with the head coaches. It ain't Sean Payton, and it ain't Bruce Arians no more. You dig what I'm saying? So I mean, I would think these players are looking at it the same way, right? I mean, yes. Do they know the history of what happened? Of course. You know what I'm saying?
DA led the guys to that last W.
Yeah, he did.
Where Brady was tapping. DA was leading the troops that game.
But that's
DA
fair.
got a little.
But who was it? Who was there for 15 years that basically everything ran through?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You dig what I'm saying? He missed the game.
DA, I'm talking about against y'all. DA done got a whipper leading the troops out there.
Using Sean Payton's scheme. This is all, like I said, this is all Dennis Allen. This is Dennis Allen. This year is all, there's nobody there. There's nobody there for Todd Bowles. This is his shit. You dig what I'm saying? Like, that's how I'm looking at this. Sean Payton out on NBC right now talking about, doing what he's doing out there. He ain't nowhere to be found with the Saints on a weekly basis, running the operations like DA, has to do now with the New Orleans Saints. So we're going to see what it looks like come this Sunday.
Yeah, we is. We're going to see, bro. You understand? And keep in mind, right, y'all coming to the Terror Dome.
Oh, yeah. We coming to Voodoo Nation. Of course. Let's get it.
All right, what you CB?
Well, man, that's basically it, DJ, man. We definitely appreciate you for coming on.
Hey, man, much love to y'all.
Like I was saying, man, we know some Bucs fans. We done dealt with some, done had them on, and definitely wasn't getting real and honestly. That's what we want. Just keep it 100. If your team ain't really playing up the par, just get on here and say that. Don't try to make a 3-10, team, make them look like they 13-0. So yeah, man, appreciate you for keeping it hot. We rivals, but as far as the podcast go, man, keep it
coming through, bro, and we hope to see you, man, when we play again.
Oh yeah, I ain't going nowhere. Like I said, we full in it now. Y'all gonna be seeing them. Like I said, come like, subscribe. NFC South versus the NFL. Like I said, we got the partnership now. Like I said, we're divisional, right? We're gonna have to drop in on each other whenever this stuff happens. So, yeah, Like I said, it's week 2 right now. I ain't going, get on my high horse or nothing because it's week 2. But I feel good about our chances of coming to y'all dome and pulling off what y'all believe is an upset. Which I mean, by history is an upset. So I'll pump my brakes a little bit. It is an upset because y'all been dominating us over the last couple
months. I'm gonna be upset, man, when y'all the favorites.
Because it don't matter. What have y'all been doing to us? Like, this is the divisional game. F the media. This is a divisional game. You got to go off of, and a lot of y'all players that y'all got on y'all team and our team, bad blood, because guess what? Your teammates that been the core of y'all team been digging in their ass. That's why I'm saying this bulletin board material, because a lot of these players that's on my team right now, they were here when y'all holding us to 0 points. They were here, you know what I'm saying, when y'all blew us the hell out and y'all beat us with backups and stuff. You don't think this is being all accounted for? Like, come on, man. These kids, like, I call them kids, they're younger than me, but they like, yo, we finally getting our ish together. That's what they feel like. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these players were rookies and first-year players when this whole thing started with Tom Brady. Anquan Winfield, I mean, going in his 3rd year? Like I said, you talk about my entire secondary, Mike Edwards, Jamel Dean, Carlton Davis is the old guy. He only 5 years in. I think it's his 6th year. And they ain't beat y'all. I'm telling you, this is all on the board. Just remember that. That's what I'm saying. I'm excited to see if they're going to take this to heart and really try to come into y'all stadium and put some work in. And that's all I'm waiting for to see.
Okay. Well, once again, man, like I said, you got my contact info, man. We definitely get you back on here. Yes, we'll probably try to do something for post game, because post game, definitely want to, hear you after y'all take that L. So, but I'll let you know when the post game show gonna be, what time. Probably do it a little bit after, but we'll talk about that. But yeah, man.
We'll chop it up. We'll figure that out. We'll figure out the logistics of that.
All right, fam. You have a good one, man.
All right, man. Y'all take it easy, yo. Fire them cans, Bucs all day, baby. Let's get it.
Don't lie, man.
All right, well, y'all got any final thoughts before we get off of here?
Oh man, I just want to say right quick. I ain't really gave my 2 cents or anything like that, but I think Olavi, if anybody, Olavi is going to go off on the Bucs. Jameis, he fixed the communication within the old line. Don't let them blitz and let guys run right to the quarterback and stuff like that. I feel like Olavi, if any of the receivers that's going to go off this Sunday, I feel like it's going to be Olavi, man, because we talking about Jamel Dean, Sean Murphy, Bunton, all these other cats and stuff, man. Even Winfield in the slot. Jarvis, of course, he might do some MT. He's gonna have him, but I got a good feeling about Olavi, man. That's all I want to say. And also, along with the O-line woes and stuff like that, if y'all remember, and I know it's a whole new year, like he was saying. But the previous years, even with O-line injuries, O-line, I say backup offensive linemen. I'm trying to recall we had James Hurst out there. We had Caesar out there. But even so, their D-line wasn't doing much versus them. So I'm just like, I don't really see a huge issue there. I really don't. Because I mean, we probably had Throckmorton on our line when we played them.
I'll tell you this much too, bro. Like, I know it was only maybe a quarter and a half worth of work, but
momentum.
Get my damn money. I'll come back tomorrow.
It's momentum, man. Like momentum, that 4th quarter, man. Momentum. I feel like we're gonna pick up where we left off, man, and that's what I see.
Okay. Oaktown, any final thoughts, fam?
Yeah, he's muted. But right quick, I do want to say shout out to the chat, shout out to the viewers. Man, y'all make this thing go like I always say. Make sure y'all like, hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, that's all I got, CV.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. We had, good amount of views. We had amount of views tonight, so definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. And try to bring a little flavor to the show tonight, spice it up a little bit, get a little a little debating going on against a fan, and I'm just glad the guy, he kept it 100. Gotta respect him for that. So hope you guys enjoyed tonight's show, and yeah, shout out to TJ, man. He definitely gave me a shout out on his show. So shout out to him. I think they got on the other night. It was the other night they had got on. But yeah, shout out to TJ for putting that little clip up. Yeah, that was definitely funny, man. But, yeah, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and follow the page. And this is the WDN Chatline podcast. Far as the post game show, let's see, we'll probably. What you think, WD? Probably do it before the Sunday night game. Probably try to get it done before the Sunday night game. I guess we'll figure it out.
Okay. All right,
So, can you get any final thoughts before we get off?
no more final thoughts, man. I think we pretty much touched all bases.
Okay, well, Who That Nation, we'll let you guys know when the post game show is going to be. It'll most likely be before the Sunday night game come on. So looking forward to a W. And let's go. Let's go to 2-0. Like I said, this is a team we in their heads. We in their heads. So let's just continue to get in their heads. Tom Brady, he's up at night against us. When this matchup against us, he's up at night. He's not sleeping like a baby this week. So let's make that continue, man. Let's let them know that we coming back to take the division this year. This the WDN Chatline podcast. We are out. Who that?
Who that, baby?
For life.